Palworld is a game that has unironically changed the way that I think about survival craft games and what I want and need from them, really. One of the most impactful features they added to this game was the ability to build out of your chest, because it's just one of the most important quality of life in a survival craft, especially in survival crafts where you have weight limits and you can't walk. It just adds unnecessary strain to the player.
Why did they do this to us?
And there are so many other examples of things Palworld has done that add insane quality of life changes to the genre. And honestly, I don't think I can play a survival craft without being able to just store all your shit in a chest and build from it. Why is that not a thing in every survival craft game? This should be the standard. What they've introduced to the genre should be standard, and I will stand by that. And I'm sure many other people can stand by that as well. Now, the build system in Palworld is kind of elementary, for the most part, and I know it's unreasonable to suggest that they could even change it to be something like Enshrouded, because honestly, the building is not the main appeal of the game, right? It's a fun game that you have bases, you collect pals, and there's tough boss battles, there's collectible aspects. And if you're like me, a psychopath, you just build for no reason. Now, I want you to go on this thought experiment with me. Just hear me out for a quick second, okay? Let's say the year is, I don't know, whatever year it was when you were 6, and you're at the mall in the big opening in the center, and the day is December 20th, and you're sitting on Santa's lap, and he asks you, oh, what do you want to see in Palworld? Just like that, because it's not actually Santa Claus, it's an actor, right? What do you say? And don't lie to him, because he knows if you're lying. What's the answer? You have to write it in the comments right now, or else it's not going to come true. For me, I would say, first and foremost, I think there are several mods that I play with at current time that I think should be included in the base game without it. Now, they can do this several ways: by implementing it themselves, or contacting these mod developers and finding a way to work directly with them. There should be a way. You see how big my base is, the radius around my base. My PAL box is right there in the center on those 4 foundations, and my base goes all the way out here. The typical base range would probably end somewhere right here. Right, so I have a 2x base range mod, and I think while you level up your PAL box, the base range should increase, especially if we're going to keep adding new content. You're going to keep adding new ore farms, etc. We need more room to build stuff in there. Maybe somebody doesn't want to use 15 bases. They don't want to have to keep traveling between bases because it's not big enough to fit all the ore farms in it, what have you. And that leads me into my next point, which is I use a unified base inventory mod. So that way my inventory, as you can see here, I have 1,000 fragments, 9,000 ingots, 157,000 stone. I have a single chest in this. Oh, sorry. I lied on the internet again. I have 2 storage containers right here. I have 28 stone in this one. And, yeah, I don't know. Not 157,000 stone in here, right? So I think if they want it to be some kind of power up or level up or ancient technology even, they should add that. That should be something in the game. Maybe it is like a final level, not final level, but maybe it's like a level 55 ancient technology or something, right? Or we can build some structure that connects all the PAL boxes, and you can use the inventory from all of them. We already have the basis for it in that we can already build out of our storage. So let's just take that to the next step, the next logical step, because there are so many bases that we have to have, did have to have at least. I don't know in the future. I know right now the bases aren't that big, so you probably still have 3 bases. Even though you can go all the way up to 10 now, which is fantastic, you probably still have 3 bases. You have to run around, you have to teleport between your bases, pick up the ores, take it to where you need it, blah, blah, blah. Let's just get a structure. We can unify all of that, right? Nice. And then I do have an unlimited bases. I mean, I don't see why. I do understand to an extent why there is a cap on how many bases each guild can build. Because especially on servers, that would add a lot of stress to the server, right? Community servers, official servers, personal servers, blah, 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 whatever. It's going to add a lot of stress to the server, probably. And that's probably why there's a limit. But I think in single player worlds, I think there should be a way to have more bases. Like, before this update, I had my mod working, and I had 29 bases, just because I use bases to make videos, right? I'm not gonna delete the base afterwards, but I had to delete a lot of them until I had 9 bases left, and it hurt a little bit because I decorated all of them. And then when I deleted the PAL box, a majority of the decorations came down with it. And maybe that's something you can put in the settings where decorations will also not be destroyed if it's outside of a base. I don't know, maybe. Anyways, after that, I want you have to put in the reverse triangle, okay? Please give us a reverse triangle. The upside down one. The triangle that will fit in the spots that the other triangle does not. Okay, please give me the reverse triangle. I would like to build some nice little thingies. Let me try to find an example. I have this nice bridge right here, but the underside, I can't fill in those little gaps. I want to fill in those gaps. Let me fill in these gaps with the reverse triangle. Okay, that's the first piece that needs to be added, is the reverse triangle, please. Next would be some kind of half wall, okay? We need some kind of half wall where, you know, it's not a full wall, it's just like half of one. That would be cool. This is a base that I had to destroy, by the way. All my decorations with it. One thing that I think would just kind of take these systems up to the next level would be a way to edit the wall, right? So, what game is that? Like Fortnite. If you've played Fortnite, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you would click a button, this wall would turn a color. You have a tic-tac-toe sign on it, basically, and you can click the squares that you want to delete from it. I think that would be pretty cool. And then you wouldn't have to just add a half wall. We could just edit it into a half wall. Or even if you wanted to do it like this, you can take a wall and you can only turn it into a half wall horizontally or a half wall vertically. That would be cool. That would add a lot more ways to be creative with your building or whatever. Now, I don't know how that, like, if you have a half wall, I don't know what you would have to do. I mean, I don't think it should be a problem for PAL pathing, since you can just make the hitbox of the wall what it is, right? Make it form to the wall. I don't know what that entails. I'm not a programmer or anything, so if that would be too hard, someone please let me know. I don't want to be unreasonable with what I'm suggesting. On the topic of PAL pathing, I would like to see the flying PALs pathing improved. I think for the most part, from what I have seen with my PALs and my bases, the non-aviation based PALs are fine, from what I've seen. And non-air combat PALs work perfectly fine. Ugh, what is that motion blur? Do you see that? Oh my god. But the flying PALs, they get stuck too much in trees and shit. So I don't know what you have to do for that. And they never reset back to the PAL box. Yeah, that is something I would like to see also. Do I have anything else to say for building? I don't know. Honestly, I think the pillar does a great job at... I mean, it's such an elementary concept, but it's not like it's some super innovative piece of building material or tech or whatever. But for this game, it nicely wraps up most of the problems I've had with building. So mainly what I would like to see in regards to building is more pieces and more materials, or some way to dye your wood, or like a wool. Just let us have a wool material like Minecraft, and I can kill sorry, I shouldn't say that word on a YouTube video, but I can build another building. I can condense certain PALs down for certain colors, and I can dye that wool certain color. And sure, that'll open you up to all sorts of problems with burning because it is wool, but I think it would be nice to be able to add just a little bit of color, right? So maybe that's something. Anyways, another thing that I would like to see for this game is in regards to the raids. I don't know. I see, like, I want to see things, but I don't know like what they entail or how hard it would be to actually implement and stuff. So, you know, I would like to see some kind of multiplayer raid, even if it's something so simple like one of the other competing P-word game, their multiplayer raid. Just something you queue into with 3 other people. You have your 1 PAL each, and it's not so hard that 1 PAL and yourself cannot take it down, right? I think that would be very entertaining, and I think that would be a great way for the community to interact outside of the just, you know, servers, official servers and stuff like that. And that same goes with the arena is server based. I can't battle anybody. I'm on a single player server, and maybe you're on a single player server and you can't battle anybody. That's not fun. You can't even interact with a new cool exciting feature of the game, right? And that's why you should use my link and my code in the description. Check out Berry Bite and get your own Berry Bite Palworld server set up today, so you can actually interact with the arena. The link is in the pin comment, and use the code. Okay, thank you. Next, what would I like to see? One thing that I have seen, I've seen them twice, 2 times. Randomly, I see a PAL trainer. I would like to see that a little bit more. And maybe you can even have a city, right? And make like a dedicated city in the game. You guys, not me. Where there's a building and there's a person and you can battle them. I think that would be cool. I think that's super innovative, and I've never seen any other game do that before. I think that would be really cool if you did that. Please, actually do that, please. I mean, we kind of have that actually already. It's the tower bosses. But I want to battle a person that's not riding the guy, the PAL. Okay, so maybe that's something that we could do here. Or not, I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyways, there's another thing that I would like to see in Palworld, and that is the inside of this. Please let me in. I want to know what's inside of here. You cannot just put this pagoda, actually 2 of them. You cannot just put 2 pagodas in the game and not let me inside of them. Just let me have a peek. Right, thank you. I would like to see additional ways to farm schematics, maybe. A new farmable material. Obviously, this stuff is all in the future. Another thing that I want to see is melee combat be an actual viable form of damage to enemies, right? I mean, we have the sword, but really, if you don't just use this for farming, why are you using it? Because really, it's just too slow, right? I think that's the way to put it. It's too slow. Really, I just want to see more ways for players in their own servers or in their own worlds be able to interact with each other. I don't know. Maybe that's weird to ask for.
Probably.
I could just join another server. Sure, but like maybe I just want to do a raid with somebody, an instance-based raid that you can do on your own, right? Maybe I just put this little guy down and then I can join a matchmaking or not. I honestly don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I think it would be cool if there were like raids or whatever. Because like I don't know, it's something about survival crafts and me that I don't like other people on my world, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I've had some weird experience with something in the past where I've spent all this time farming something and I put it in a chest to find out someone took it. You know, maybe it's like a hidden memory I have to unlock somehow. Obviously, as the game gets bigger, there'll be more pals, more variants. I think some more decorations, more dungeon-based things where you can only get a certain pal by completing this dungeon where you have to, I don't know, battle with your pal, obviously, but like, you know what I mean? Because to me, I look at this more as a survival craft instead of, a monster catcher. Wow, but I know a lot of people do view this as a monster catcher, and they train their pals. They turn some pals into breeding slaves. I don't know. I would also like to see my game not break every time there's an update because it no longer works with the mods. I don't know whose problem that is.
It's a real problem for me.
It's a me problem, obviously, because all I have to do is reinstall them or wait for the person to update it. But I would like to see them there be one time where it doesn't happen. I also would like to see, honestly, I don't know. I think the game has done a lot in terms of pushing the genre forward and just being a game that is centered around having fun, right? I mean, you have a world settings menu that you can just modify and play however you want. You don't want to wait for eggs to hatch? Don't wait. Oh shit, they changed this. Maximum number of bases for each guild, 250. What the hell? And pals can go up to 252? Oh, okay, I don't need 250 fucking pals at my base, but geez. Nice, okay. Well, that's one of my things that I wanted. Look at that. You can change the day-night cycle, your stamina depletion, hunger depletion, appearance rate, experience rate. Like this menu right here is something that should be in every game. Well, not every game, but is something that a lot of developers should think about adding. Because I play games to have fun. I play games to play them how I want to play them, and this lets you do exactly that. You can play this game however you want to. You want your game to just be a casual thing that you do? Boom, boom. Oh my god. I can't even bring this thing back down to 2. You don't want to take damage? You want to do gig amounts of damage? Or you make it a fucking Iron Man Giga hard run, right? You can do whatever you want. And lastly, I think there should be more collectibles. Just another reason to want to explore the world that's not revolved around the PAL. And not the Lift Monk effigy things either. Like really hidden shit that when you get it, you get like some kind of decoration or upgrade thing, or a base statue that's not the Anubis or whatever, you know what I mean? Like a jet dragon statue that you can place on a roof of a building, you know, that makes it look like a sick ass castle or some shit, right? I think that would be pretty cool. Some kind of collectible like that. That would be, one, an incentive to explore, like I just said, but two, you know, you get that, you show it off in your multiplayer world, that would be sick. That's something I also would like to see. Anyways, I know this was a long ass fucking video that I'm just doing a lot of yapping on. So I apologize for that. Actually, I don't apologize for that. And I want to set up a community server and then like do like a weekly, bi-weekly thing where I go around and look at all the bases and I do like a tour and then I rank them or something like that. Let me know what you think. If you want to see that, I think that would be cool. Anyways, let me know what you want to see in Palworld. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to, going forward, do at least one Palworld video a week because I know I've been neglecting my Palworld videos recently. Anyways, peace. Love you, friends. And Santa Claus is always watching, even right now. He knows what you're doing right now. Okay, bye.